So the Tears of the Kingdom leak is way bigger than we had originally spoke about yesterday at the time of recording this. We were talking about how the game got leaked and people were selling it on eBay and different things like that, and that there was a high likelihood that the game was going to get dumped online at some point, meaning, you know, for emulation and things like that. Well, that did happen, and it's just all over the place. All over the place. We're going to talk about the details, and I'm also going to talk about something that I think could help mitigate this, either like right now or also for future games that Nintendo releases. That said, if you guys enjoy the content, be sure to stick around for more. We're going to be covering a bunch of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom as it comes out, and I guess it's already technically not officially out in a way, but anyways, be careful online. I'm not going to spoil anything here in this video, but basically a lot of people were playing it and streaming it and posting videos of it on, you know, various platforms, YouTube, Twitch. Obviously these streams and these videos, they weren't up very long, right? It didn't take very long for them to get shut down, and you'd be kind of crazy to stream any of this. I mean, unless like you're just like, well, whatever, I don't really care about my account, I guess. But even then, you would assume that posting these sort of things would potentially lead to some kind of, you know, kind of, I guess, kickback. Not kickback, that's not really the right word, but anyways, you know what I mean. But, you know, at the same time, there's so many people that have been, you know, sharing things online. This is very difficult for Nintendo to just kind of go after. I think I had seen that the ROM for this thing, the emulation of it, basically, that was online. I think I heard that it was seeded like over 10,000 times or something, potentially. I don't know if that number is exactly accurate, but I assume it's in the thousands. Thousands of people have gotten their hands on this game in some way or another at this point. Not maybe a physical copy, but through the dumping online and the ROMs that are now available for the game online. It's a lot of people have it, and you would think that this is just obviously very devastating on the side of Nintendo, and that they are in full panic mode, because this is just obviously not what you want to happen about a week and a half before the game officially, you know, releases. It's not just a couple days. I mean, we're like a week and a half. Technically, it was 12 days prior, almost 2 weeks before the game comes out. And so this is what I think that Nintendo could do in the future for future games, but also technically right now. I think this would be the best play. I mean, if I'm Nintendo, I'm looking at the situation and I have basically two options. Number one is I keep trying to, you know, put out the fire as best as I can, but at this point, it's a raging forest fire that is spreading like way faster than you could possibly ever imagine. Or the second option, which I think is something they should probably do in the future, is what they did with Metroid Prime Remastered. And what that is releasing the digital version first, right? I don't know the logistics about getting the physical version out there. Maybe they can't get the physical version out there at this point right now, because, you know, now it's you know, it's in a system at a lot of stores and everything like that. So maybe that still has to stay locked on May 12th. But Nintendo has full control over the eShop as far as I'm aware, so why not just release this game now digitally? That'll at least help mitigate, you know, the issue, because there's no way that they get a full handle on this. There's no way. It's just so many people have their hands on it now. It's going to be spreading like crazy. And yes, they're going to continue to shut down streams and videos and different things like that, as they, you know, ought to. But again, it's in the hands of so many people that it's impossible to really do anything else. And I just think that would be the best option. They did it with Metroid Prime Remastered. They released the digital version first, and the physical version came out like a week or two later. And in the future, you know, doing that too, number one, would encourage people to buy, you know, digitally on your, you know, on your store, the eShop in this case. And number two, that, you know, again, you're mitigating the potential problems, right? Because at this point, if people get the game early, physically, you know, quote unquote, falls off a truck, you know, basically they steal it in some way or another, and you know, then they, you know, something like this happens. Well, the game was already out digitally about a week or two prior. And so it's kind of like a win-win situation. I don't know. I don't see any other way to kind of avoid this sort of thing, you know, in the future, because it seems to keep happening over and over and over again. I don't know how it keeps happening, but, you know, people are depraved in this world, and, you know, people try to steal things all the time, and then they do things with that, and it is what it is, right? In that sense. So, I don't know. Like, I think that the best option would be release it digitally. I don't know if they're going to do it, but I would say, like I said, if I'm Nintendo right now, I'm looking at all the options. I can continue trying to put out this fire, which, you know, again, is going to be very difficult to contain, or to help mitigate it, I could just say, you know what, we're going to be releasing Tears of the Kingdom digitally on the eShop early. It's going to be coming out, you know, tomorrow or right now or whenever. And honestly, I think that would be the key idea right there. Will they do that? Probably not, but who knows? If for some reason they do, by some miraculous chance, I'll let you guys know here on the channel. And it would be nice, you know, because again, a lot of people are trying to avoid spoilers. If you don't want to see the spoilers, you know, you got like what, another 10, 11 days at the time of recording this to kind of keep your head down, which is going to be a little bit tricky. So it kind of helps preserve all the people who are trying to go in, you know, completely blind as well. It helps preserve them if they just are able to buy it digitally right now. I don't know. It's like I said, I think would be the best option. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you guys seen any spoilers so far? And what do you think of that idea? Do you think Nintendo should do that either with Tears of the Kingdom right now, or at least in the future with future games where they release a digital version first on the eShop, maybe a week or two in advance, like they did with Metroid Prime Remastered, and then the physical version? Or I don't know. What do you think would be the best way to avoid this happening in the future and kind of mitigate the problem? Let me know in the comments below. Stick around for more Tears of the Kingdom and everything else Nintendo here on the channel, and I'll see you guys soon in another one. Till then, my friends, game on, and thanks for watching.